This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
Execute Order 66. Do it right now. Order 66. Order 66. Order 66.
Yeah, bitch. What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin, and this is Don DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 66. Order 66. Jedi Fall.
Yeah, bitch.
Clankety clank, bitch.
How you doing, brother?
Relieved to get out of that helmet. That was kind of hot. I was breathing a little heavy.
Yeah.
I was thinking when we go to cons, I think I'm taking them blue lenses out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not. They were fogging up so bad. I mean, I was breathing heavy, but they were fogging the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. It'll probably help when you have your face doohickey on too.
Yeah, that should help a little bit. Hopefully, I won't be breathing as heavy.
Lunar Girl noticed the new tunes.
Hell yeah, we wanted to change it up for Order 66. Throw something in there that sounded a little fun. So listen and found some stuff on the tubes of you. So that's what we brought to the table.
Right. So what have you been up to lately, buddy?
Actually, we were up to something. We helped build, me and a friend of the show, Ron Old Man Johnson, helped you build a dock, extend a dock, if you will. Is that the right terminology there, buddy?
Yeah, I built a few sections, and then the boys came over and
made me get wet in the cold ass water.
Okay, so the water's like, I don't know, 85 degrees.
Bullshit. What?
The water's like maybe 62
it's
degrees.
A solid 57.
Okay. Potato.
Potato. It's a solid 57. It's cold.
It wasn't bad. It was the kind of temperature that's a little jarring at first, but within a couple of minutes you become adjusted to it. It's not bad.
Yeah, no, it was. Once I got my foot in there, I just didn't want to admit it because I was like, my foot was like, all right, this isn't too bad. But then I was like, I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get wet. And I was doing everything. And then fucking finally there was enough pleading from you. You were like, it would really be helpful if you were in the water. And I was like, fuck, I think I've heard that for the fourth time now. I think I should get in the water.
The really stupid thing was I was going to try and do it all myself.
Yeah. This idiot, I didn't even get invited by you. I got invited by Old Man.
Yeah. Well, that's because Old Man Ron Johnson has done this before.
Yeah. And he thought you were stupid. And he was like, you should come and hang out with us and build a dock. I was like, okay.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
So all the guys came out and we added 20 feet to a pre-existing dock so that we could share a dock with one of our neighbors.
I wasn't even dressed for the occasion. I wore basketball shorts, not swimming trunks.
Right, which doesn't affect shrinkage at all. So
no, not at all. 100%.
It was, it's just another opportunity. Thank you for coming, and thank you, Ron, for coming out and helping.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was an experience. I learned some things, but I always learn some things building shit with you. So that's fun. My
other neighbor that can't fucking stand me was throwing shade the whole time.
It was awesome.
Oh, just the vitriol.
I wanted to do so many illegal things on that dock just because she was sitting there watching.
I know.
I kept spewing like, I wish I was doing this and that and this and this just to piss this bitch off.
I've never done anything to this woman other than be cordial with her.
Yeah.
But she just does not like me.
I could hear in your tone. I couldn't hear what you were saying, but I could hear in your tone when she asked you what you were doing. Nothing but nice.
Yeah.
Nothing but nice.
But she was seething. Mad pissy.
Dude, she was seething. Yeah. There was so much. It was so in the air. You could taste it. It was gross.
Her first words were, "What are you guys doing down by the water?"
Down by the water, you sons of bitches.
Like, I live here too, lady.
Yeah, like, come on now, settle down.
Right. It was a good time.
Just doing some work. Yeah, it was fun, man. I actually did enjoy it.
Yeah. So yesterday was leg day, so I can barely stand today. So that's fun.
Nice. Getting back into all them physical activities.
Trying to not be the pudgy fuck that I've managed to work my way up to in the last 7 years.
Little sausage fingers.
I do have sausage fingers.
You don't have sausage fingers.
Bro, I could get these things stuck in a beer bottle and they'll never come out.
That's true. Don't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you do.
I do have the sausage fingers.
Oink oink, bitch.
Right, for sure. What else been going on?
We've been doing my wife. I'll give my wife.
We have not been doing your wife.
No. Whoa.
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened. But my wife has been redoing the bathroom at our house. She I take hardly any credit for anything other than helping my father-in-law put up the ceiling and holding the trim up, because I don't have to stand on anything. I can literally just put my hand up and hold it in place. So all was good with that. But my wife did an amazing job overhauling this bathroom.
Right.
I think she did a great job. And especially the structure and the bones that were there. She really killed it, knocked it out of the park. And we're just getting ready for Jordan's graduation party on Saturday.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good time.
Yeah, should be.
I'm gonna come over there in my shorty shorts.
Ooh.
And I'll carry around a lightsaber as I normally do
You should wear
at gatherings.
Shorty shorts and a bright Hawaiian shirt.
Yes.
Oh my God. Who's that? That's cousin Don. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Brady's cousin Don.
Brady's cousin Don.
I love it.
In the shorty shorts.
And the shorty shorts and the Hawaiian shirt.
Like those pale.
Are those flamingos? I don't know, but it's a lot of birds.
Those pale pink ones like you can only get in southern Florida.
Yes, dude. I'll put in a call to my sister. We'll make this happen.
I think this is definitely important.
Sweet. You know what? My sister makes silkies because of her brands and stuff like that. For the especially for the Marines and stuff like that. We should get escape pod silkies. I'll just wear them in my house. I'll never wear them anywhere else.
Yes. Speaking of that, we haven't mentioned it in quite a while. Your sister runs a couple of websites.
Yes.
One of them is bombully.com.
Yes. And the other one is, oh my fuck, you put me on the spot.
Right.
And I wasn't ready.
I said the one that you often remember.
Yes, that is the eodstuff.com.
eodstuff.com.
So check it out. But her Bomb Bully stuff, she makes leashes and collars, and she just made us a leash. I should post it within the thing and then link her to it. That's a good idea. Way to think about that.
I'm gonna help Rural Farm Boy out. Hold on. He's asked me a question in the chat. What else you been up to?
What else have I been up to? Yeah. Oh man, just steady working, dude. Work has been rough the last couple days, but today it was a lot better, but it was in turn a lot slower. Oh, he's got things. He's bringing things to the
Rural Farm Boy wants to know, if I had a lightsaber color, what would it be?
Oh,
it's not 3.
It would be red.
It would be dope. Red as fuck.
That is dope.
Bright ass red.
Yes. That's awesome. And now it's shutting down. Sweet.
Right.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've been working a lot this week too. I worked over the weekend.
I stayed abreast on, and I stayed up to escape pod standards for Loki and the Bad Batch.
Good.
I kept myself up there, but I didn't really watch too much other entertainment outside of that.
Yeah. I'm watching a show called Sweet Tooth on Netflix, which is super strange. There's a massive virus outbreak, kind of like we just had.
Yeah.
Except when it happened, all the children that were born after that are human animal hybrids. Like the main character is part deer.
What the fuck?
I know, but it like, so now like the world is completely fallen to shit. And people are hunting these animal kids.
What the fuck, man?
It's fucking way weird and way cool.
What they're hunting kids? I can't take that.
No, I mean, so far I haven't seen anything that makes me go, oh, that's gross. I can't do that.
Right.
It's more the they're talking about it.
I missed this in the chat. Chantel said work sucks, adulting sucks. 100% agree.
Yeah.
100% agree. Work sucks, adulting super sucks. What do you want to do when you grow up? I don't know. I just want to grow up. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Don't do it, kids. It's a fucking trick.
Yeah, take the free ride as long as you can. Sucks. Help me.
Oh, here's the other. What else am I watching? Bad Batch, Loki. Oh, I've been catching up on Superman and Lois.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been meaning to check that one out. So I should add that to the list.
It's worth your fucking time.
I will definitely check it out.
It's, you know how people have such reverence for Smallville?
Yes. I'm one of those people.
This is much better than Smallville.
I'm so much a Smallville person that I haven't finished season 10 because if I finish season 10, then it's all over. Yeah. I can't do it, man.
I know a lot of people have that problem.
I don't want to do it.
But Superman and Lois, worth your time.
All right.
The other show I've been watching is The Nevers.
Nope.
It's super fucking weird. And having gotten you into the legacy
of Jupiter's Legacy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch this show.
I'm not going to tell you to watch The Nevers until I've seen the whole season and there's going to be a season 2.
Please let me know if there's a season 2, if it's good enough to watch.
That, and I've been keeping up on Mythic Quest. Are you aware of Mythic Quest?
I used to watch it.
Did you? Okay.
Yes.
Mythic Quest is great. If you haven't watched it, it's on Apple TV. It's a show about a software developer. It's kind of like The Office, but it happens in a software.
Nope. I thought you were talking about a completely different show.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
There was Monster Quest and then there was Mythic Quest, and I think it was on like Discovery or something like that.
Yeah,
so yeah,
this is
completely different show.
This is The Office, but in a video game software developer. It's really quite funny. Well, it's pretty damn funny.
I'm just reading the chat.
Oh, you catching up with the chats?
Yeah. Backyard TARDIS agrees with you, says Mythic Quest is really
it's really good. Yeah. Good writing. It's funny.
It's over, but you can binge watch it now on Disney Plus. I really enjoyed the Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
I did finish watching that. I really enjoyed that all the way through.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It didn't take itself too seriously, but it still had fun and it still had its serious
moments. Had a lot of heart though.
Yeah, it had a ton of heart. And I really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to see what they can do in season 2 because I really enjoyed this first season. And I hope there's a season 2. I don't know. I hope there's a season 2. I hope that wasn't a one-shot run.
Have you watched the
But then again, the way it ended, it could be. And I'd be okay with it.
They had another TV show came out the same time on Disney Plus. Basketball
the one with John
show.
Stamos?
Yes.
Haven't seen it.
Me either.
John Stamos is funny and full in Fuller House, but I don't like John Stamos doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Have mercy.
Yeah, no. That's, like I see what you're doing there, but you know.
You know, I was never big on Full House or Fuller House. I've probably seen most of the episodes of Full House.
Yeah.
You know, just
my wife and kids my wife and little girls really enjoy Fuller House. They watch it on their own.
When that came out, Tisha and TJ like binged it, and I was like, oh no, not for me, and they fucked off.
Yeah, I've watched some of the episodes. I haven't watched the whole seasons all the way through, but I've seen quite a bit of the episodes.
Yeah, most of it was like kind of wrapped around the big sister, and I never cared for her even on the old show. So
Right.
I was just, you know.
Chantel says John Stamos does it for her, but probably in a different way, and I gather that. That's fine.
Yeah. He more makes me feel Sahara Desert dry.
Lesser of a man. Yeah. It makes me feel lesser of a man.
Yeah,
thanks for doing that, John Stamos.
Yeah, there's nothing exciting happening there.
What are you? You're beautiful. You have sexy ass hair. Still.
At one point, I
think
I wanted his leather jacket.
Right.
But that was about it.
No. John Stamos, when I was younger, I thought was cool as shit, though.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed watching Full House.
In the same way that
I thought he was cool.
the guy from Who's the Boss?
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza was cool back in the day.
Yeah.
So I'll give him credit for seeming cool.
Yes.
I'm more identified with Uncle Joey.
I did too. Uncle Joey's hilarious.
Right. And he wore Red Wing shit all the time.
I knew you were going to pull those Michigan strings.
Yeah. I always have those.
Hell yeah, man.
You ready to get into the show proper?
Let's do it.
I think we should. You can find us as always on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all of your favorite podcasting apps and pasta apps, apparently.
Pasta apps, indeed.
And check out the Red 5 Network for all kinds of excellent podcasts like Road One Radio, who just launched their new look at the MCU.
I seen that. That's next up on the list.
Now, I watched that last night. Chantel was watching it last night, I remember.
Nice.
And it was good. It was
Nice.
good. They were kind of up in the air about whether or not they were going to pursue it, but it had a good feel, and I think they should keep going.
I say continue it. I love all MCU stuff. That's why I said it's on the list. I need to give it a listen to, but or I might give it. Is it on YouTube? Because I enjoy putting the watch on sometimes.
Yes, it was on YouTube last night.
Sweet.
And they had a young lady. I'm not familiar who she is, but she was lovely.
I think she's been on their show a couple times, or maybe they've had a couple different ladies on there, and I'm just confusing them.
She was entertaining. So more of that, less of everything else.
Nice.
And also Star Wars Journey with Ashley and Brandy just did a show last night a few days ago about Mando season 3 leaks. And they released a show just a few hours ago about the state of the Mandalorian and Bad Batch episodes 4 through 7.
Hell yeah. I really enjoy Ashley and Brandy's show. I really enjoy I enjoy going on their journey with them because they're limited in their Star Wars knowledge and they're not afraid to admit to it. Just like we are. We this is how big we are. And this is we don't know everything about Star Wars. Right. We like what we like about Star Wars. And there are specific things to that. And they're just like, oh, I love this and I love that. And I love going on the journey with them.
I love watching baby Star Wars fans slowly experience
they're not baby Star Wars fans, but they're new to the Clone Wars and they're new to that animated because they're old school fans too.
I guess that's not exactly what I meant.
Be careful, buddy. Don't get me in trouble. I don't drag me into your shit.
For example, you've been to the Big House.
Yes. For
people who don't know, that's Michigan's football stadium. It's the largest college football stadium in the country.
Yes.
The way the stadium is built, half of the stadium is underground.
Right.
So it only rises about 4 stories above ground.
Right.
So it has this weird effect that other stadiums don't really have, where you walk out from the concourse kind of in the middle of the stadium. And so when you walk out of the little tunnel that goes from the concourse to the actual stadium and it opens up, it kind of sucks the breath out of you.
Yeah.
Like there's a part of you where your brain is trying to extrapolate how big the room is that you just walked into.
Right.
And I think that happens with Star Wars fans too. When they watch the couple of movies, and then they kind of step off a precipice where they realize how big the fucking world is.
Yeah.
And how deep the rabbit hole really does go.
And how deep you can really take it.
Yeah.
You can get into a YouTube rabbit hole starting off with one Star Wars thing and ending up in a completely different Star Wars thing. And you're like, how did I get here?
Right. And happened 2 years ago, you went to your first con.
Oh, Star Wars Celebration was my first one.
And then you went to another con where you had Star Wars cosplay on.
Yes.
And so you got to experience it. There's even a whole nother level of being intricately meshed in, the universe.
Right.
And although you weren't asked to be there, you become a part of it.
Exactly.
And everybody welcomes you into it in that way. It's just beautiful to watch or listen to these ladies step off that precipice and see this bigger world, and they start to make the connections of how things are connected here and there and pull together, and like, oh, it's fantastic to watch.
Yeah. You see this rower farm bar says, always got at least 2 Red 5 Network Star Wars podcasts in my playlist each and every day.
Yeah.
I'm glad we get to be one of them.
Yep.
Makes me feel good.
Yep. Absolutely. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
There are so many great Red 5 podcasts.
Oh yeah, dude.
And if you don't just go to the website and eeny, meeny, miny, mosum shows, you're gonna miss some stuff.
Meeny, miny, yes, dude. Dude, you're a rhymer on timer. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Heck yeah. If you're listening this as an audio podcast, please consider joining us live on Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW The Escape Pod. All one word.
And please join us at patreon.com, search ATSW The Escape Pod, and search in the search creator bar to support the show and get in on the quarterly exclusive escape crate.
Yes.
Which I think we have about another 6 weeks, and we'll be looking at another one of those.
Yeah, so get more drawings in as a Patreon member, but you can still find ways to get in the drawing by sharing the show. So please share us.
Yep. Share us and tag us.
So we know, and we will add you. Or if you buy merch, we've decided if you buy merch from the TeePublic store, which we're going to talk about here in a few, we'll add those entries in as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever it is that you buy, like if you buy a t-shirt, we're going to give you 5.
Right.
If you buy something more expensive, we'll bump it up to 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Stickers, I think, will be 2.
Yeah, something like that.
But, I keep a spreadsheet, and then we run it through a randomizer. And
what's cool is we really give you a good chance to win, because if you won it once, you can't win it again within a year.
Yeah.
But it's not like people back out. They still keep their entries. They're still sharing. So you still got to compete with them. And there's a runner-up prize. Yeah. If we draw your name again, hey, we're going to send you a little secondary little thanks for playing. Sorry, we already drawn you twice. You won twice.
Yep. We have to give one of those to Jen and Jess Bolt. I have it in the truck. It's a gift card, a $10 gift card to Nostalgia Inc., our local comic book shop. And if you're not from here, like Jen and Jess are, you can, because you can order online.
Yes, that's right. And I was going to say, you can order online. I forgot about that. I love today's technology.
They have a full online presence. So
hell yeah. So you can order hard physical copies and get them sent to your door.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Please visit our store on teepublic.com. Search ATSW The Escape Pod and make sure that you scroll down and look at all the random goodies like coffee mugs, stickers, and tote bags. In addition to the sweet t-shirts and hoodies, which they're t-shirts. I'm not wearing one. You're wearing one.
Wearing one.
They're comfortable, dude.
Yeah.
They are mad comfortable. I like that Heather.
Yep. That Heather shirt. That's fabric is fantastic.
I got Sweet Studios one in that, and that's fan free. Oh,
this is just a plain tee. It's a good tee.
Yeah, it is. They're nice. I like them.
And I mean, I tell people this all the time. I did get one shirt where the image was bad and it came off in the wash, or some of it came off the first time in the wash. I emailed them. They asked me to send them a picture of it, and then I just popped right in the email and they sent me a brand new shirt.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
No questions asked. No, hey, can you pay the shipping? None of that. They're just like, we're going to make it right.
I love that stuff. Before we get into regular shout outs, you want to get a shout outs in the chat?
I definitely do. The chat is already popping. Chantel is in the chat. In the chat. Rural Farm Boys in the chat. We've been in the chat. Backyard TARDIS is in the chat. DJ from Rogue One Radio is in the chat. The Science Fictionary podcast in the chat. Lunar Girl, as always, is in the chat. My son's in the chat. Who else we got in here floating around? Yeah. The Use and Abuse podcast is in the chat.
Nice, man. We got a huge presence.
Yep. Old Man Johnson in the chat. Dragon Buddy. Josh Katera is in the chat. And our normal or 2 of our normal chat friends, Jen and Jess Bolt, are away on vacation, so
they're doing their thing.
Yeah, they're gonna have to catch up later.
That's fine.
They have a young daughter, and we say bad words.
Yeah, so they can't listen to us in front of her.
Right.
Because we use all the bad words.
I wouldn't listen to
Oh
me.
no, my girls know that daddy has a YouTube channel and they are not allowed to search it. They know what it's called, but they're not allowed to search it. And they can spell it, believe you me.
Yeah. Well,
and it wouldn't stop me from putting them in a little escape pod t-shirt.
Right. It's on half of the stuff in the house at this point.
Dude, I told you about the time that the little girl went up to my daughter and says, "Your daddy is on the escape pod, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. My daddy listens to his show. I was like, "Oh my God, bro, that's so awesome."
I know I told you this, but I didn't tell the folks out there. There's a fella at our shop that listens to the show, and him and his little boy were behind me in traffic, and I had gone into Kohl's, and they went into Kohl's, and they came up to me, and he introduced his little boy to me, and I shook his hand, and he like thought we were cool.
That's awesome, like, dude. That makes me feel so good.
I'm in for that.
Heck yeah, dude. I love doing this. Like we got a lot of people in the chat tonight, and that's fantastic. I love that. But even if we just had the two people, it's still it's a blasty blast just doing this. Right. I look forward to my Wednesdays. Still, 66 episodes in. Yep. And I look forward. It's not a chore.
It's a highlight of my week.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. So shout outs. First and foremost, always got to give a shout out to the Sidebar Cantina. That is the mothership. That is Dave and Jason. That is the New Jerseydalfians. That is the homies doing their thing over there. What was their last episode?
The last episode, they were both talking about their anniversaries in the military.
How did I fucking forget that?
I don't know, but it was a great show.
It was a fantastic show. Dude, I ran my phone dead. I had to run upstairs because my plug doesn't work, so I have to put it on the wireless charger. I put it on the wireless charger, so it's still playing. Then I switched over to my iPad, turned my fucking phone off, and continued watching, and just laid in bed. And I was just like I was in high school, like I was on the phone and just, hey, what's going on? I'm doing my little podcast show.
And then you proceeded to not respond to the next 3 messages they sent you
because my phone was hung up, and as soon as that show was over, I was out, dude. They went forever.
They did. It
was a long show.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't boring. It was just
hell long. No. It was a long show. It was worth it though. I enjoyed every minute of it. How I've always been with their show. Keep them long. I love it long. Oh man,
I'm sure.
I'm so childish.
What did you laugh at?
Said I love it long.
Oh, you want to shout out the rest of our friends?
Yeah, I just want to take a drink. Is that okay?
No,
because I love it long.
Long neck bottle.
Long neck bottle of beer.
What the fuck?
Next is Use and Abuse with Kim and Scott. They just did their episode on Convoy, a 1978 film. I was not familiar with it, but they're my friends.
You never seen Convoy?
Nope.
It's something else. Trucker clock.
Yeah, but see, that means nothing to me.
All right.
But I still listen because I'm doing things. I listen while I can. I try to chime in when they're talking about stuff I know. I answered the Eminem question. I had the answer for that, but I do what I can.
That movie is right up there in that hillbilly pantheon of shit you have to watch, like Deliverance. It's like right there.
I haven't seen Deliverance either. I know the important scenes, but I haven't seen Deliverance.
All right.
Is that okay?
Squeal like a pig boy.
Next, check out Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede and Swede Reacts on YouTube and something Swede and Pre-Swede and Post-Swede, a documentary brought to you by YouTube.
Here we see the young Pre-Swede
swimming about, racing his way.
Holy fuck.
Wait, what? That's what the Pre-Swede was.
It was. Our Patreon shout-outs, as always, Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Todd Lovin, Jen and Jess Bolt, Big Swede, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, Richie the King Arm Rooster, Ron Old Man Johnson, Kristen Roscom, Backyard TARDIS, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsors the Escape Crate.
Hell yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for all your support. We really appreciate it from our Patreons. I mean, we appreciate all the support from everybody. Those Patreons, they give a little extra something, and we greatly appreciate it. It's bought our soundboard. It paid itself off. We no longer owe anything on the soundboard. It's bought and paid free, and we couldn't have done that without our patrons. So thank you guys very much.
I think a camera's probably next on the list.
I think, we talked about it. We're kind of putting that on the back burner.
Yep.
but that is something that we definitely want to look for next.
Definitely. We're going to save up, pay cash for that.
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
Yes.
I fucking love movie time.
Me too.
Movie time's the best. The Matrix 4 had a test screening. One view said the Matrix Resurrections screened this afternoon, and it is weird, meta, engrossing, surprisingly funny, and ambitious to a fault. I expect word of mouth to be widely mixed, but people who love it will love it. He later compared it to Cloud Atlas style writing, which I have no.
You've never seen Cloud Atlas?
Dude, don't raise your voice at me like
Bro.
that. That is very unnecessary right now.
Cloud Atlas is a love it or
Tone
hate
it
it.
down.
Cloud Atlas is
Thank
a
you.
love it or hate it movie.
I appreciate that.
It's very long, but it tells this great big grand story that kind of snake eats its tail kind of story.
Okay.
Um,
So is that a good thing for this movie then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If-
That's all I care about.
If you love, well, it was it's a Wachowski picture. So
Right.
The thing about it is you're gonna get a Wachowski picture. And
Yeah, but I'm just with the Cloud Atlas style writing I know nothing of. So I'm just saying somebody referencing that towards this movie, which I'm looking forward to seeing, is that a good thing?
that movie plays like a novel.
Okay.
You know, the kind of detail that you get in a novel that you don't normally get in a movie. This movie has that level of detail. Like you could watch it 3 or 4 times and you will see new shit every time.
I hate Ron.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, he's a real dick.
It's
He's a real dick. New costumes for Shazam and Supergirl were released this week, and Twitter kind of had a field day about this.
Yeah.
I asked you how you felt about them.
I thought they looked cool.
Did you?
Yeah, dude. Like, I really dug the Superman or Supergirl take. I thought that I'm not familiar with Supergirl, so I don't know if that's ever been a real costume inspiration that she's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
But I still thought it looked friggin' awesome. And the Shazam ones, they just like you do in superhero movies. You update the costume, and I feel that's what they did.
Yeah, I feel like the first Shazam movie, as far as the costumes go, they were like, we want to do something nice, but we don't want to blow all the money because we don't know if people are going to like this.
Right.
But this time they spent all the money on
Yeah.
costumes.
Nice.
And I imagine they're going to kind of spend all the money on all the things.
Yeah.
Now, I put that question out to Twitter. I kind of was like, well, what do you guys think?
Right.
The Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast said they look fine. We keep seeing that honeycombed fiber on most superhero costumes. The Shazam pics are more finished, I'd say, than the Supergirl ones, which I agree. The ones that came out for Shazam have been through the whole polishing process,
Right.
to make a magazine ready or whatever. Our friend Backyard TARDIS says the Shazam ones look fine. Supergirl one looks very uncomfortable. I agree.
Yeah.
And the fake abs kind of.
I wasn't really feeling that, but I figure there's something there in CGI that they're probably going to touch upon.
Well, that's what I was thinking is, they might not look great in a picture, but when they're filmed, they might look fantastic.
Right. Right.
There's a lot of things that change with looking at it through the lens.
I hate you too.
I guess it's me and Ron against the world.
Yeah, you and Ron are both douches.
Follower Southside Jim said they remind him of that disturbing Satan claymation kids bit.
What the hell?
And Chantel agreed.
Oh, that's funny.
It was pretty rough. And then Dragon Buddy had said that they all look, or they all have that same look that makes it look like they aren't costumes and capes. They serve a superhero purpose.
Right.
Like kind of like the Flash does, where you're like, oh, this suit is made this way because it needs to be, so it doesn't burst into flames when he runs 9 billion miles an hour. Oh, that was about the trolley commercials. Okay, that makes way more sense.
What?
The thing about the Satan kids thing. I was like, what the hell? I'm here for it, but I don't know if I get it.
Oh God.
So anyway, that happened, and Twitter's been all a buzz. So.
I'm seriously gonna shoot Ron.
Brady, Dragon Buddy says that you're sizzling.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, the chat is just riding Brady like a show pony.
I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it.
It's not what you signed up for.
Oh no, it's not.
Chantel says that she has no issues.
No,
with those costumes.
I don't. I think they look nice. I think, like I said, the Shazam ones look like an upgrade.
Yeah, I think so. And
I agree with you.
Honestly, the Supergirl costume looks like quite an upgrade too. I'm just not wild about the abs. And then there's this weird fabric
on the sides. I think that's for the harness, the wiring harness for lifting for flying.
It very well could
I think that's what that is.
Like reinforcement
and
for the flying cables.
It's blue, so you can blue screen that.
Yeah.
Use the blue screen technology on that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm in for that.
Suicide Squad 2 final trailer dropped this week, specifically to yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah. What was your take on that?
It looks huge.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a lot going to be happening, and I'm all in, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm all in for the anti-hero, bad guy being good kind of deal. Like, and the first Suicide Squad, I enjoyed the first Suicide Squad.
Me too.
So I didn't have a problem with that. So I'm all for this one. I would have liked to see him brought Will Smith's character back, but I'm sure there's a reason he didn't come back, and for whatever reason he didn't come back, and that's fine with me.
Well, I'm going to tell you why he didn't come back.
He didn't get the money?
Because he demanded so much during the last movie as far as screen time and FaceTime and all that kind of stuff that they didn't want to deal with it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Because the fact of the matter is I read from multiple sources that he was just on an ego trip. He was like, this is my Suicide Squad movie.
Wow.
You know what I mean? The way he looked at it was him and Margot, and then everybody else was just there to support them.
Yeah.
And they were like, nah, we can just do other characters, bro.
Yeah, exactly. There's enough of them in these comic books that have been written there, buddy.
Right, absolutely, because there's about 5 people in this new string that I don't even know who the fuck they are.
No, but oh boy, it looks like he's about to carry the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I'm
talking about Idris Elba?
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name properly, so that's why I didn't say it. Idris Elba. That's what I meant to say.
Idris Elba is a deity almost.
Oh yeah.
Like that guy is something.
He's a sexy dude.
Yeah, we
can say it. We can put it out there. He sits there all day looking strong.
If there was a man that I would be like, I'd like to look like somebody, Idris Elba would be high on the list.
Yeah, he would. He might crest the list.
Right.
We don't know yet.
He might crest something.
He might be he would definitely be on my people's list of top 10 sexiest men alive.
Yeah, I would.
Just throwing it out there.
I think he might have won sexiest man alive.
Probably. He probably like 3-peated.
Ooh. Chantel's excited, and that might be all the 3-peat that's going to happen tonight.
Oh, shit. Suicide Squad 2 cast only got the script up until their character's death. I love it.
Yes. So I think that's fantastic too. Those characters, like a lot of them knew that they were going to die early.
Yeah.
And the ones that got the script all the way to credits were like,
hell yeah. They're passing the scripts out. They're like, this one's for you. This one's for you. Here's yours. You're like, yes.
Mine's only 2 pages, Coach. Well, you'll be riding the bench.
Yeah, you got the special place, Billy.
Licking the window in the opening credits.
Kaboom!
Transformers 7 details came out just within the last few weeks, or a few days, I mean. Transformers 7 is going to be called Rise of the Beasts. It'll pull heavily from the 1990s Beast Wars Transformers cartoon.
I said it under my breath.
How do you feel about that? The Beast Wars cartoon thing? Because personally, I feel like Beast Wars is like the least interesting.
Can I be honest with you? My extent of Beast Wars in the 90s was smoking a lot of pot, hitting mute on Beast Wars, and listening to No Limit Mystical albums
while watching
Beast Wars.
I think that sounds better than Beast Wars. Like my son has a little bit of a reverence for it.
I know a lot of people who do, but I don't.
It's just the whole like the plot of even
the
why
animation was kind of weird, so that threw me off.
It was very metallic.
Yeah.
But that was what they were going for,
right?
But I felt like the storyline. Maybe I was too old. I think I was about 18, 19 when that came out.
I was like, yeah. So I was 15, 16.
And I think I was too old. Like I was old enough to go, wait a minute, this and that don't make fucking sense. And then, you know me well enough to know if I trip on a pothole like that, I'm not going to enjoy shit.
No, not at all.
Because I'm like, what the fuck? You're not even going to address that?
Yeah.
So, that part of it doesn't excite me, but I think that as long as they don't do the same garbage that Michael Bay did to the Dinobots,
right, they
probably could do something cool with it. There's actually a little note that comes later that makes me regain hope. In fact, it's this. Rise of the Beast will be will be set in 1994.
Nice.
So, the Beast Wars cartoon like happens like in our future. They go through some kind of time vortex and they end up in our past.
Yeah.
And this is going to take place post Bumblebee, which happened in the 80s. We're going to fast forward a decade and be in the mid 90s.
Nice.
So
is Bumblebee going to be a part of this?
I imagine.
He better.
I imagine.
I'll be pissed.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything I'm going to read in a minute. So the Rise of the Beast will also bring the Terracons back with their leader Scourge.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't have a ton of give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
As long as the one B guy or whatever he was that was a Terracon that talked in the little buzz.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I don't need that in my life. After the last night, Transformers the Last Night.
Yeah.
My bar is so fucking low. They almost just have to not send somebody out to spill my popcorn to make me happy in this movie.
Okay, we made it.
You know, as long as nobody comes up like smacks my popcorn out of and then dumps my pop on my head, I'm gonna walk out of this movie happy.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people aren't privy to the fact. Like I'm a big Transformers. Fan.
For the non-live audience, he's showing his tattoos of his Decepticons and Autobots tattoos.
Right. I'm a fan.
Yes, he likes them very much.
But I'm not such a fan of the movies.
No.
Anywho, this movie's gonna have G1 Optimus Prime, like the end of Bumblebee had.
Okay, still haven't seen Bumblebee.
You haven't?
Dude, the fucking last Transformer movie I saw was fucking horrible. I really didn't have any want to see another Transformers movie.
See Bumblebee.
Okay.
If you can't find it streaming, I will let you borrow my copy. Okay. It is a different thing and far and away better than at least the last 4 movies were.
Because I really enjoyed the first one.
The first one was good. The second one was pretty all right.
Yeah. And then it just got out of control.
You know when it really went fucking crazy is when Mark Wahlberg was like, "We got a Transformer."
Yeah, I'm
out, bro.
Sorry, dude.
But anyway,
and I like Mark Wahlberg.
Bumblebee, nothing like that.
I'd have sex with him.
Bumblebee
and Mark Wahlberg. Bumblebee could watch.
Fair enough. Bumblebee becomes a Camaro, or first he's a Volkswagen Beetle, and then he becomes a Camaro again.
Nice.
Like the
so
right
you're
one.
Trying to tell me to weigh Mark Wahlberg and Bumblebee the Camaro?
No, wait a minute.
What?
No, he doesn't become a Camaro.
Maybe he does.
He stays a Volkswagen Beetle. What the fuck's wrong with me?
I don't know.
Now I'm getting my Michael Bay mixed up with my not Michael Bay.
Now I don't know if I want to do it with Bumblebee and I still want to do it with Mark Wahlberg.
You definitely want to be doing it with Bumblebee.
I don't know. Mark Wahlberg has some sexy ass tattoos.
And then Transformers Rise of the Beast scheduled to release July 24th, 2022.
All right.
Yeah, Chantel. Bumblebee in the first Transformers movie, or first 2 Transformers movies are the only ones she likes. Michael Bay is an ass. This is true. This is true. My wife took me to the set of Transformers 3.
I remember that. I remember you showing all the pictures on Facebook.
Yep, we went to Chicago.
We weren't really friends like we are now.
Yeah.
We were acquaintances back then.
Right.
And I remember seeing those. I was like, this motherfucker. I thought that was the coolest shit ever, dude.
Yeah, we went to Chicago. We stayed at the Inn of Chicago.
I think I was one of those people who goes through the fucking whole feed. Not only do I like the post, but I liked like every individual picture. I think I did that on those posts.
I feel like I think you did too.
Because you had the ones from Chicago too, where they were skydiving, right? You had those pictures too.
I was on the other side of the river from the Wrigley building when they were skydiving off of it.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
It was cool. Shit's blowing up. We were in the Lego store when it was in the old location.
Right.
You've been to the new location, right?
The one by American Girl.
Yeah.
That's the one I've been to.
Yep. So the old location was on the second floor.
I have 4 girls, so that's why I know that location.
Right.
Settle down, people.
The old one was on the second floor of a mall on, I believe, the south side of Michigan Ave. And it had, it overlooked the road a little bit. But when you were in it, there was like a overhang that was all glass, so you could see down to the street.
Right.
So we're standing there, or we're walking into the Lego store, and people are like staring out the windows, and we're like, what the fuck are they looking at? And so I kind of get over by the window where I can see, and like I see all the Autobots round the corner and then drive down underneath those windows, and I'm like,
that's so sweet, dude. I would have geeked out, man.
It was a cool experience.
Knowing your fandom, knowing how much you love Transformers, like regardless if the movie turned out to be great or not great, like still you had to be like, this is badass.
It was super badass.
That's so cool.
It was one of the cooler things I've done.
I played with dolls in the 80s because I had a sister. I had a 12-inch G.I. Joe. Luna Girl's trying to call me out.
Oh.
I had a Duke G.I. Joe 12-inch. He was a stuntman. My sister had a Ken doll. We used to like drag him behind bikes, throw him in the freezer. We used to do all kinds of weird shit. Light fireworks off on him. It was awesome. I don't know where that came from.
Mikey says that he turns into the Camaro from the first movie.
At the end?
Yeah. I don't know.
I haven't seen it, so I have to take everybody else.
I think he's right.
Okay. But more importantly, Harrison Ford injured his shoulder on the set of Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, seriously? Death is trying to kick his ass, and like it's just not happening. He's like, almost got me. Almost got me.
Yeah. the plane was going to get him. No,
the shoulder. He's just like, no, dude.
Yep.
No.
Stabbed through the stomach by Kylo Ren.
No, he's not taking it.
No, nothing. So good on Harrison Ford to being almost bulletproof.
Hell yeah.
Steven Spielberg's Amblin shuns movie home at NBC Universal and decides to partner in a movie deal with Netflix instead. There's really nothing come out about what that's going to look like, but
it's kind of a dick move. But I mean, business is business, right?
Yeah.
Business is business.
And when you're somebody like Steven Spielberg, you're like in your twilight anyway.
Yeah.
Do what the fuck you want.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you're not like making moves for, a play for something later. Like you're doing now, bitch.
Make some good shit though. Bring me some Steven Spielberg. I really enjoyed Ready Player One. Yeah. I just wish it was 3 movies. And but that's a conversation all in itself that we will gladly have, and we have had.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we have. It was awesome.
I just wish they would have made the book.
Yeah, me too.
So,
it is what it is.
But it was a entertaining movie. I've seen it 5-6 times.
Me too.
It's great. It's entertaining.
I got it on iTunes.
Power up. I'm bad. Get over here.
Video games.
Nice. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance released yesterday. Early reviews look good, but imply that it is a much better game when played with friends.
Right.
So is that co-op couch style like you were speaking of?
So right now it's only co-op online.
Nice.
As far as I know, it's up to 4 people in your group.
That's it?
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
No, it's a typical party.
So it's you and 4 more, or you
and 3 more?
Boo! But I don't like it.
It's a typical Dungeons and Dragons party.
I'm just saying. You could have done with more people.
But they're saying with one of the early updates, you're gonna get couch co-op, so you can literally sit in a room with your friends
and play. Nice. It's not gonna happen, but you know how I feel about that. I just think couch co-op is dead.
I think that couch co-op is dead for most of us.
I think couch co-op is alive in certain individuals' households.
I think it's unnecessary in a time where we got headphones and mics and we're still talking.
Yeah.
We're just doing couch co-op from over there, and I get to use my whole 65-inch TV.
Exactly. That's why I don't think real couch co-op exists.
I mean, I'm all for it if I'm all for it being available.
I'm down with it too.
But I don't particularly need it. 2 new DualSense controllers have come out in a couple of new colors.
We've already covered this, dude.
Did we?
This has been in video game news before, but keep on for the people.
You know what? That's true. I forgot, but now they're actually out. They're not pre-order. You can go buy these.
Nice.
There's one in Cosmic Red and one in Midnight Black.
Nice. Because you were talking about the Midnight Cosmic Red one, but you said that you want to wait to see if they come out with the blue one.
Right. And so far, my one that came with the console is lasting so long, I don't need a second controller.
You should just customize your own. Get one in all blue with like yellow buttons and shit. That would be dope.
What I should do is I should find somebody who makes custom controllers and then have them make me some escape pod overlays to put over top of it.
That'd be even cooler.
Be super sick.
So awesome. I really think you should read this.
No, I want you to read it.
I think this one's for you, though.
My blood's already boiling. Just fucking read it.
You want me to read it?
Yes, read it.
Fetty Wap partners with video game focused on cannabis and blockchain.
What the fuck? I want somebody to tell me, A, why we need a video game about cannabis and blockchain.
Right.
And more importantly, of all the people that you could bring in on this project, why Fetty Wap? I mean, I guarantee you 40% of the people that are listening to us right now have no idea who the fuck Fetty Wap is.
Oh, I think it's probably bigger than that.
You might be right.
I think it's probably way bigger than that.
So let's call it 60%.
Yeah.
I've never heard this person's name.
Yeah.
And I am not qualified to say whether or not someone is a good or bad rapper, but Fetty Wap sucks. You know, I'm not going to get into a rap battle with Fetty Wap because I would lose. But
right,
Fetty Wap is not a good musician in any way, shape, or form.
It's true. It's true.
And whoever he has produced his music, not good. Blah. Why the fuck? You know, like if Dr. Dre came out and said, let's make a video game, or Eminem was like, let's do a video game. Snoop Dogg, hey, let's do a video game. Ice Cube, you know what? I'd like to make a video game. Fetty Wap, nah, bro. Ain't nobody got no time for that.
Snoop Dogg should make a cannabis game.
That would be fine.
In some way or capacity or form.
I think maybe Fetty Wap could be involved in a video game made for Android.
About trash
that you buy for $1.99 and everything is like 8-bit pixelated.
Yeah, it's just awful.
Otherwise, let's just fucking skip it.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We don't need that.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don Juan DellaSnooch, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
So, is this the only news we have?
No, we got two things.
Oh, nice. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about the second thing. Raiders defensive end, Carl Nizib. I even looked it up. Nizib becomes first active NFL player to come out as gay.
Yeah.
There it is.
Good on you.
Hell yeah. It's Pride Month. Way to do it in the Pride Month.
Right.
So it's good timing.
And honestly, football is one of the most
manly,
hyper manly
sports.
You know, everything's about fucking pain and get the fuck out of my way kind of, you know, and I love that about football. But let's be honest, that's not exclusive to heterosexuality.
No,
like,
it isn't.
Like, in fact, my wife and I are friends with a lovely lesbian couple, and one of them is a football coach and used to be a woman football player, and she is a beast.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Like, at this point, like, her knees don't even work, and I still wouldn't want to fucking tussle with her.
Fucking fuck you up.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I've seen these women, you know, play in videos. They're fucking fierce.
Yeah.
So let's not pretend that, you know, any sexuality or male or female has anything to do with how fierce you are as an athlete.
Right.
So let's just drop all the fucking pretense.
And apparently, hey, done a good enough job making to the fucking NFL.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
Boom.
So, you know,
drop.
If it's not about the playoffs, let's not fucking talk about it.
We can't talk about it because we're not talking about anything other than the playoffs.
Yeah. Everybody can just be themselves. Why throw a fit?
I'm not.
I got to tell you, I've seen people on Twitter throwing a fit, and I'm just like, ugh.
It's because it's Twitter. Twitter's corrosive.
Twitter is Moss Isley. There is not a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
It is true.
So this is the other big sports news that came out this week. I mean, it's big to us. The Supreme Court has ruled that athletes do, in fact, qualify for compensation. Schools recruiting top athletes could now offer tens of thousands of dollars in education-related benefits. It also includes study abroad programs, graduate scholarships, stipends for paying for everything from fucking underwear to taking their girlfriend on a date.
Nice.
You know, because like I was talking to my dad about yesterday, these athletes give everything to these programs.
Right.
And then they, you know, have to do shit like wear underwear that's got holes in them because they don't come from a family with money that can pipe them money.
Right.
And they're not getting paid shit.
Right.
And they're eating at the commissary at school.
Yeah, and then they do something like, remember Marcus Lattimore for the South Carolina? He blew his knee out.
Mm-hmm.
And like, What do you have after?
Yeah,
like
now
that kid was going to be like a number 1 projected draft pick.
Yep. Now he's got nothing.
Now he's got nothing.
Yep.
I mean, he made it to the NFL, but his career was like nothing.
Right.
He never.
He might have got this $750,000 check at the beginning.
Yeah, but he never recovered from that.
Yep. Happens to a lot of players.
He gave it everything, and I think they should get something.
Yep. I don't see anything wrong with being able to give a player some money, to take care of whatever he's got to take care of, this or that or the other thing. It just has to be fair and equitable.
Right.
I don't want to see a world where a school like, say, Michigan can basically outbid a performance package for a kid that should be probably going to Boston College.
Right.
Because it's not fair for a big school to take away the only talent that, a small school would have.
Yeah.
I'd like to, avoid shit like that. Yeah. But, if a kid's a good enough player and Nike wants to offer them a deal, let Nike offer them a fucking deal.
Yeah. Well, and it's like the school they'll sell the jersey for, quarterback number 8. Yeah, it doesn't say number 8's last name. It just says quarterback number 8. But you know who the fuck quarterback number 8 is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, doing sneaky shit like that. No,
Yep.
No more.
It's time that that kid, if you're an elite quarterback, they want to put your name on a jersey, you should be getting a fucking sliver of that.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
So anyway, all that being said, the case does not decide whether students can simply be paid salaries for their benefits for the year. So that's all to be figured out later.
Yeah.
But they're definitely going to be able to be financially rewarded in other ways.
Nice.
So this is proposing that these kind of monies could be measured in tens of millions of dollars for universities, which, okay.
Right.
But, the big fear is, does this destroy the virtuous nature of college football? Which I don't believe that that's what it is.
Right.
I don't believe that we're protecting the institution. I believe what they're doing is they're trying to protect the enslavement or the indenturement is a better word, of these kids.
Yeah.
And all these kids are doing is fighting with everything they got for their shop.
Right. Right.
And that's not going to change because you slid them $600-700. These kids are fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
They're fighting for the future that they worked so hard for. You're not going to fuck up the integrity of the game because you slid the kid enough money to go to dinner and a movie.
No, you're not.
So that being said, that's my big fucking soapbox rant about this. You ready to get into the Bad Batch, buddy? You need another beer.
Yeah, I need another beer.
You go grab a beer. I'll pour this drink, and I'll start talking about the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch, Episode 8, The Reunion. Directed by Stuart Lee and written by Christian Taylor. The Scrapper Guild informs the Empire of the Bad Batch's location, and Crosshair is sent to kill them. Hunter and the gang stay on Braca to scavenge what they can in order to get out from underneath Sid's debtor's prison. And, it's kind of clever how she got them ensnared in that little...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you fucking owe me. And you're like, wait a minute. I just got here.
Right. Concerned that Omega will not be returned safely, Lama Su hires a second bounty hunter to retrieve the girl. Crosshair cuts the Bad Batch off from their ship, so they attempt to escape through the cruiser's ion engine.
I was reading the chat.
Oh, yeah? Good stuff.
Yeah, they're talking about football now. Crosshair pins them inside and the engine, and then they, because Tech restored the power, for the ship, They turn the engine on, but the Bad Batch uses explosives salvaged from the cruiser's armory,
which they were going to use to sell.
Where they were going to use to sell to get out from underneath Sid. Crosshair's injured by the engine, which I think is fantastic.
And he gets all bandaged up, man. He gets the whole like
with a respirator,
Darth Vader looking deal going.
Yeah, the imagery that they used was very the word that's coming to mind is purposeful but deliberate.
Yeah. With the batch split up, Hunter and Omega are confronted by Bounty Honey. Let me start that off.
Bounty Honey.
She's a sexy Bounty Honey. Yeah.
Holy shit.
With the batch split up, Hunter and Omega are confronted by Bounty Hunter Cad Bane, who shoots Hunter in the chest and kidnaps Omega. When the rest of the group catches up, they carry the injured Hunter onto the ship and make their escape. That was awesome. When they carried him up and the visual was through his helmet, that was dope.
And they kind of shot the whole thing almost like it was out of a video game.
Yeah, dude, that was sweet. I really enjoyed that part.
It was like a cut scene in a video game.
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
Now, I've gone on record before, and I'll do it again. I'm not a fan of Cad Bane. I feel like the aesthetic of the character is bizarrely like dirty, hairy, kind of. It just feels wonky to me.
I like him.
I know a lot of people really do. I think my biggest problem is the hat. And it seems dumb to me, but
it is dumb.
Something about the hat that is uniquely from a time past in a galaxy that's not even relevant to this one.
But it's a galaxy far, far away.
But you don't see that look anywhere else in the universe. And I think that's the thing I don't like about it.
All right. I'll give you Dave from work. He wears those fucking fedora hats.
But I see other people.
Who?
However.
No, you don't.
Yes. It's not always a good look, but I do. Like my buddy Big Joe wears a fedora. Looks good on him.
I think Dave pulls it off.
I'm just saying. You don't see that weird cowboy look.
Right.
Anywhere else in the universe. Cad Bane. It just seems like it's so fucking out of place. And I just don't dig it. Now, am I willing for Dave Filoni to, over the next few episodes, teach me I'm fucking wrong?
Yes.
I'm in for that.
What if they brought him to live action?
It might be good.
Yes, dude.
But the hat's stupid.
What if he wore a sombrero?
It's the hat and duster look. He looks like Doc Brown in Back to the Future 3.
I love that look, man.
It's fine in the Wild West.
It is.
It's silly in the
Galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
No. It's great.
No.
I disagree with you.
Yeah. Lunar Girl's right. Slimo.
I disagree with you.
Like I said, I've been wrong about characters before with the proper development.
You've been wrong about whole cartoons before.
True. Cad Bane has no character development so far. He showed up as this thing, and we're expected to accept it whole cloth.
Chantel says Star Wars is a space western.
It is. But the clothes aren't.
Bullshit. Get out of here.
There's, if they would have tried to make that look fit in with the rest of the stuff you see, like I think that you could have been creative about it and make it look.
I disagree with you.
Like it belongs in the Star Wars universe, but they just didn't. They just were like, you know what? Leather trench coat.
Dave Filoni always wears a cowboy hat, dude.
He is Dave Filoni.
Exactly. That is Cad Bane.
Cad Bane is Dave Filoni's character, and it is fucking obvious.
Oh, Jesus.
Like I said, I'm interested to see if they flesh out the character in a way that makes me go, you know what, I was wrong about that.
I hope they do.
I'm definitely here for that if that's what's going to happen. But where I stand now, and after Clone Wars, didn't he show up in
Rebels
for a minute?
I can't remember. I'm not going to pretend.
I was just every time he was on screen.
No, the last time he was in, it was in Clone Wars.
Okay. Every time he was on screen, I was like, this is just, it just feels forced.
Yeah.
That's a good Star Wars pun. Didn't even mean it. Easter eggs for this episode of The Bad Batch. Lama Su hired Fennec Shand. Conversations between Lama Su and Nala Si.
Yeah.
On Camino. It's revealed that he is the one sending the bounty hunters after Omega.
Yes.
And by extension, the Bad Batch, in an effort to get her back, which, if I remember correctly, is it Lama Su that sent her away?
Yeah, but now he wants her back.
But it's Nala Si that's trying to get him back?
Yes.
Or is it Nala Si that sent him away? Sent her away?
There's too much taku fu.
Taco fu.
And I don't know what's going on. Cad Bane is one of those characters who almost never shows up to...
I didn't write that.
Okay.
So you can stop your bullshit right now.
You know where I was going with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cad Bane is one of those characters who almost never shows up to do anything but make the protagonist's life harder, but you can't help but like him. His appearance is probably going to be bad news bears, but we can't not quietly hope that whatever he does is super badass. One of the leading bounty hunters in the galaxy, Cad Bane has briefly worked with characters like Aurora Singh and IG-88 and done battle with Obi-Wan and Anakin while taking high-profile jobs from the Hutts.
That was another thing that I didn't like about Cad Bane in Clone Wars.
Right.
He faced off with these incredibly powerful Jedi.
He's incredibly powerful.
But it didn't come across by his actions. You know, it seemed like, if anything, he kind of got lucky a few times and got away. Like, he didn't do battle with. He would made it out alive.
Yeah.
So, but it's framed as such that he was a formidable force, and it just didn't play that way for me.
It's because of the cowboy hat. You can't get
It's
past
the
it.
fucking cowboy hat.
If you didn't have a cowboy hat, you'd be fine. If you wore a baseball cap, you'd be like, this guy is cool.
I feel the same way when I see people, like here in Michigan, when I see people in cowboy boots. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I see it all over the place in Michigan.
I know. I'm like, we're not cowboy boots. This isn't Tennessee.
Some people are, dude. They rock the boots, man. They're like, yeah, these are comfy. I just slip these bitches on.
They're not comfy. Have you ever put on cowboy boots?
Do I look like the kind of fucking person who would wear cowboy boots?
They are not comfortable. There's not a single fucking thing about a pair of cowboy boots that's comfortable.
No, there's no. I look at them and I'm just like, sheesh, that looks uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's what I say in my head, sheesh.
The people who say cowboy boots are comfortable can also take off their cowboy boots, walk on a hot tin roof, and be like, it's good.
This is all right.
It's good. Really feels good on my toes.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Fucking weird.
Yeah. Can't get into it.
It's Michigan is not cowboy boots. Let's just leave it at that.
But there are people who wear them.
They're wrong. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Loki, episode 2.
Yes. The variant.
Directed by Kate Herron.
I should have never done this.
And written by, with the pumpkin seeds?
Yep.
Yeah. Once you start, you can't stop. That's why the pistachios are over there and I'm not touching them.
Fuck. I'm going to throw this one back. This is going to be the last one. I'm going to take a swig in a minute and I'll be fine. I'll be fine, man. I can get through this.
It's written by Alyssa Karasik. That's a tough last name. Loki joins a TVA mission to the site of an attack by the variant in 1985's Oshkosh, Wisconsin, but derails it by stalling and attempting to bargain his way into a meeting with the Timekeepers, who created the TVA and the Sacred Timeline. Mobius convinces Renslayer to give Loki another chance.
Right. Would you have given him another chance?
No, probably not.
Probably not either. You're like, fuck this dude.
Mm-hmm.
After researching TVA files, Loki theorizes that the variant is hiding near apocalyptic events throughout time where their actions do not affect the timeline. Loki and Mobius confirm this possibility by visiting Pompeii in 79 AD. before deducing that the variant is hiding at the Superstore Rocks cart during a hurricane in 2050 Alabama.
Loki, Mobius, and TVA agents are ambushed there by a variant who possesses the bodies of several locals and TVA agent Hunter B-15. The variant reveals herself to be a female version of Loki and rejects his offer to overthrow the Timekeepers together.
I knew it was fuck. As soon as I seen the one start fucking talking and shit, I was like, yep, possessed. That's some Loki tricks. That's some Loki shit right there. I was like, oh, you need to get the fuck out of here. Yep. But they didn't listen.
They didn't. Well, you told them.
I told them, and nobody cared what I had to say.
You know, they filmed that before you spoke.
I figured that out after the fact. I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, fucking time is a weird thing.
Bitches, TVA.
It's wibbly wobbly.
It's all wibbly wobbly. She sends the stolen activated reset charges to various points along the sacred timeline, creating numerous branch timelines and throwing the TVA into disarray. She teleports away and Loki follows her. Yep.
This episode for me was stronger than the first one, which I thought was really good.
It was really good.
I'm after 2 episodes, I'm super stoked about where this is going.
Oh, me too, dude. I'm beyond and I still have, it still has some of that mystery that WandaVision had for me. Like WandaVision kind of like, wait, what's going on here? And I still have some, I think in WandaVision, I never thought I had it figured out.
Right.
And this, I kind of feel like I have it figured out, and then I don't have it figured out.
Right. Yeah. This is a pretty deep pond. And I think that the writing is much more masterful than even WandaVision was.
I love it. I love it.
As far as Easter eggs goes, the Renaissance Fair takes place on April 12th, 1985 in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Why Oshkosh? Because that was the place where legendary Marvel writer-editor Mark Grinwald, the man who is the basis for Agent Mobius, was born.
Nice. I seen that somewhere else. That's awesome. In the TVA Nexus event report, we learned that TVA agents are called Minutemen because of course they are, right? Why not?
Yeah.
Got to be called Minutemen.
Definitely. Running off the Josta gag that started in episode 1 and continues here, the TVA consumes discontinued food items as well. We have a Baco juice box. Do you remember Baco juice?
No, I have no.
Baco juice was on the shelves from about 1990 to 2003. It was marketed as a juice box for grown-ups.
Definitely don't remember Baco juice.
Baco juice.
And there's probably people out there who remember that shit. I don't.
I'm not sure that I've ever had it, but it does exist.
Yeah, not anymore.
Well, it did exist.
It did exist. At one point, there's a very visible 372 in the background of the TVA library. Thor number 372 featured an early Marvel Comics appearance of the TVA, as well as the origin story of Justice Peace, who we still think Hunter B-15 is based on. Well, not me, because I have no fucking idea.
Yeah,
I don't know shit.
Yeah,
these
I
are
don't know
just
either.
Easter eggs.
I am kind of digging that Hunter B-15 character.
Right.
I think that she's a great actress and she's really kind of doing something.
Right.
So I'm interested to see what happens with that. And then if she becomes her own greater character, that could be cool too. So.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Loki tells the TVA hunters that where the wolf's ears, wolf's teeth are near. At the first glance, this is just a charming Lokiism in which he celebrates how cool and dangerous his variance is. It also, however, is homage to the real Loki of Norse mythology. That Loki has some latent lupine characteristics to the point that he fathered the great wolf Fenrir.
Fenrir.
It's a tough word to say.
Fenrir.
And you know where Fenrir is been used as a a summon in Final Fantasy. That's my first exposure to that.
Oh, I have no exposure to that.
It's just a giant wolf.
Yeah, and I love wolves, so that's cool as shit, but I have no exposure to that. Hunter B15 notes that the events of Roxcart represents a Class 10 apocalypse. It is interesting that the TVA recognizes multiple severities of apocalypses, as the apocalypse is supposed to be a singular event, the end of the world. If the Roxcart hurricane is a Class 10, then the TVA's classification system must recognize Class 1 as the most severe, since this is relatively mild as apocalypses go. It is also worth noting that similar classification systems for tornadoes and hurricanes both go up to only Category 5.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a lot. That was a lot right there.
Yeah, it's a lot. I thought that was interesting, though, that there was this storm that was supposed to be a Class 10. And my first instinct was to think of, like, you know, like a hurricane or tornado or whatever. 5 was like the limit, and like what a 10 must be. So I don't know though about the whole 1 being the most severe in this.
Yeah, we don't know. We're not sure.
Yeah, so you know, I'm assuming I'm looking at it like if a Class 5 hurricane wipes out part of Texas, then a Class 10 might wipe out all of Texas.
That's what I would think.
You know what I mean? Like
its whole entire path.
Yeah. But I'm still thinking that we're probably a long way away from a global destruction event. That might be like a Class 50. I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm just pulling that out of my ass. I don't know anything.
We don't know shit.
Lady Loki isn't new or all that surprising, as there is a precedent for Loki taking on a woman's form for at least the last 15 years in comics. But it also might not be Lady Loki after all. Sylvie Lushton was a regular human living in Broxton, Oklahoma, until one day she shortly after Asgard reappeared over her hometown following Ragnarok. Long story short, Loki gave her powers just to fuck with her. So
that's messed up.
Yeah,
that's messed up.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're gonna do with that or not do with that.
I don't know.
I think it's probably time that you empty the Corona tank.
Probably.
Hello, this is George Decay, reminding you, Don and Brady, for your mid-show pee break. Oh my, may I watch? Wang.
All right, guys, it's time Brady takes his little pee break because his bladder's smaller than mine. And, since we're taking a minute, I'm going to go ahead and go too after he gets back. Next week, we are going to talk about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. And that'll pretty much wrap our little jaunt into the Viewisk universe up. We only did episode 66 this week because, or order 66 this week because it was episode 66. Sorry about the no sound, Lunar Girl. I just do that because it makes it really easy to edit this part out. Because if you're listening to this in the audio podcast, you won't get this little portion of the show. You got to be a YouTube subscriber to see that. Well, not subscriber, but you at least have to tune in on YouTube. I'm trying to think of what we got up on deck after order 60, or I mean after we do Jay and Silent Bob. I'm trying to think of I know we talked about it. We were going to do a Batman episode but it turns out the new Batman animated film is like a 2-parter, and they want like $20 for each part. So we were like, nah, not doing that. What are we doing after Jay and Bob, buddy? We had a plan, and I forgot what it is.
My God, I have no fucking idea.
We need to start writing things.
I'm picking up major feedback. Yeah.
Your mic's the only one that's hot.
You hear it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's coming from.
Mute my mic.
Mute it? Is it gone?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Whew. I noticed it a little bit ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I just thought it was in our headphone.
Okay. So what are we supposed to be doing? I don't remember. I knew we do Jay and Silent Bob and reboot. We did have a plan. We really should write it down. We have a friggin' huge list. Huge list. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. If anything, we'll take suggestions. We're gonna be dressing up. So I don't know. We're gonna do cosplay when we meet Dominic Pace. So probably just gonna do pictures and stuff like that. But we'll see. He's probably gonna be busier with bigger people than us too. So we're just small. We're teeny. Oh, he's back. That was quick.
It's not very big.
What?
What? What'd you say?
I don't know. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
Gosh, we had a thing. It was planned. Things are happening.
Well, when we changed what we were doing next week, that threw me off.
Oh yeah, true story. We should go back to last episode. I bet you we talked about it during the pee break.
Yeah, we probably should go check it out.
What's Chantel talking about dressing up?
Oh, when we go to Scarif Con?
Oh, we'll be in our we have some suits, like some nice dress suits that we wear, and we wear our buckets.
And like a shirt or a jersey underneath it.
Yeah, so we look
matching gloves. So
quasi-professional
stormtroopers.
I'll wear my my white Desert Eagles.
Oh, you're gonna have those?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put those? Did you get the holsters?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That fucking guy
They sit like this.
That fucking guy fucking moved. He made one of them.
Oh, did he?
Never got me the second one and jetted. Thankfully, I never paid him, but
yeah.
Now he's got some useless ass fucking 3D printed thing he'll never fucking appreciate.
What we need to do is we need to find a fan that has 3D printer.
I'm just gonna buy them on Etsy. I found them on Etsy.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy them on Etsy. Fuck it.
Okay, well, just make sure that they look enough like a toy that they let you in a Comic-Con with
I'll
them.
paint them and put the orange tips on them.
You know how they are.
Yeah.
So, give me a few seconds.
Sounds good. Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson is your one-stop shop for comic books, graphic novels, tabletop games, supplies, and tons of other super nerdy stuff.
They have everything from your favorite superhero comics to all the latest manga and horror graphic novels.
Superman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Hero Academia, Star Wars, and Batman are just a few of the familiar titles you will see while browsing through the store.
And don't forget to check out their back catalog.
And for all your tabletop needs, Nostalgia has the largest in-stock selection in the area of Dungeons & Dragons books, miniatures, and more. As well, they have the latest Magic the Gathering and Pokemon card game releases.
Store hours are currently 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So come to downtown Jackson and get nostalgic at Nostalgia Inc. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lovin and Don DellaSnooch.
We wanted to take a minute to tell you how to get more from the Escape Pod experience.
Become a Patreon supporter and you will get lots of bonus content, including movie reviews, videos from Comic-Con, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
But even better, Patreon supporters get extra entries into the quarterly drawing for the Escape Crate.
The Escape Crate is full of great stuff like t-shirts, Funko Pops, stickers, mugs, and other random goodies.
The higher the membership level, the more entries per month you'll earn. You also can receive one entry per episode you share on social media.
So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss us some. We will use it for covering the cost of hosting the show, paying for booths at cons, and equipment upgrades.
Thanks for all the support, and now back to the show. And I'm back. Not Brady, though. Ah.
I hate that fucking thing.
Mask is talking shit tonight. Some nights it don't say shit. Tonight it's all talk.
It's fucking ridiculous. Fuck that thing. I used to love it. I still fucking hate it.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta love it. Sometimes you gotta hate it.
It's true. It's true.
Anyway, we're gathered here today.
Yes.
To talk about Order 66.
A very sad time if you're a fucking Jedi and Rebel scum.
Yeah, definitely. I was just telling you earlier that I got real, like as I was kind of studying for this show.
Yeah.
Like I was watching videos on YouTube and shit, and I got super emotional.
Yeah, dude.
There was like a point I was like, when you watch all of these deaths like in succession. Yeah. It gets you right in the field.
And then some people put music to it, like they got music outside of the music, and you're just like, you motherfucker. And they weave the Bad Batch into it, and they weave the Revenge of the Sith and the Clone Wars.
Playing that sad ass music that they play in the animal abuse commercials at 3 a.m.
And then Sarah McLachlan shows up, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
An angel. Like, not Obi-Wan. Oh, God. All right. So it went down like this. Order 66, also known as Clone Protocol 66, was a top secret order identifying all Jedi as traitors to the Galactic Republic, and therefore subject to summary execution by the Grand Army of the Republic. The order was programmed into the Army's clone troopers through behavioral modification biochips implanted into their brains, making it almost impossible for the clones to disobey the orders to destroy the Jedi generals.
The Kaminoan scientists who designed the clone troopers believed it was only to be used as a contingency protocol against renegade Jedi. Jetters. In secret, Order 66 was the means by which the Sith intended to bring about the long-awaited fall of the Jedi.
Somehow our names are switched.
Somehow that happens.
During the Clone Wars, the Sith agenda was progressing relatively unnoticed until premature activation of Order 66 resulted in the death of General Tippler at the hands of CT-5385. Also known as Tup, a defective clone whose malfunctioning chip caused him to turn against the Jedi Order.
His Jedi officer.
Yes.
Furthermore, he discovered to an extent Supreme Chancellor Sheev Palpatine's involvement in the conspiracy and attempted to assassinate him. Fives told what he knew to his Jedi superior Anakin Skywalker, but before the clone could prove it, he was killed by clone shock troopers of the Coruscant Guard. The plan continued apace for the remainder of the war, although the Jedi High Council had grown increasingly wary of Chancellor's motives.
In 19 BBY, a group of Jedi Masters sought to arrest Palpatine upon learning his true identity as a Sith Lord Darth Sidious.
What?
What?
What? Spoilers!
Yeah, sorry guys. That we should have warned you. It's spoilers. When their efforts failed, Palpatine used the incident to frame the Jedi Order for treason, and as such directed the clone army to execute Jedi commanding officers in accordance with Order 66.
Fucking ridiculous.
Fucking ridiculous.
Across the galaxy, thousands of Jedi were killed by their own troops, while the Chancellor's new apprentice, the Sith Lord Darth Vader, led the 501st Legion in a direct assault on the Jedi Temple of Coruscant.
And the kids.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Dude, it's just, you got to think about that, man. Like, you've been fighting on the grind with these fuckers, and then all of a sudden they just like turn their guns, these fucking stone cold killers, and just blast your ass.
Right. Yeah. That, you know, when you watch it, when you go back and rewatch it, you can see that the artists that drew the cartoon versions of these things, like painstakingly drew a look of betrayal on these Jedi's faces.
Yeah.
And, you know, you could see it wash over these Jedi, and you're just like, oh, geez, what did that fucking moment feel like?
Right.
Even after the initial onslaught, Order 66 stood, and all Jedi, even people who might be trained as Jedi, were to be killed on sight. Sidious would go on to consolidate his reign as Emperor of the Galactic Empire, ruling for decades until the prophecy of the Chosen One came to pass, marking the end of the Sith's rule and the restoration of balance in the Force by 4 ABY. Anybody who doesn't know what ABY stands for, it's either it's BBY before the Battle of Yavin or ABY after the Battle of Yavin, which was the basically the culmination of Return of the Jedi. So let's get into the Jedi that we lost.
Return of the Jedi, I thought it was Empire or A New Hope.
The Battle of Yavin?
Yeah, because Endor is in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know what? You might be right.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
Okay. I reject everything that I just said.
It's okay. It's okay.
Either way, BBY is before the Battle of Yavin and ABY is after.
There you go. That's all you should have. You should stop there.
What'd you say?
You should.
You
should stop there. You should.
I told you what you shish about.
You should stop it there, you son of a bitch. See, even Use and Abuse agrees with me.
Yeah.
So you know it's real.
Battle of Yavin is the New Hope. Thank you. Thank you for pulling my foot out of my mouth.
Yes.
The Jedi. Whoa. What happened?
The Jedi we lost in canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine because you switched the names.
It is true.
To
protect the innocent.
It is you.
Yes.
It is you.
It is Drew.
It is Drew.
To protect the innocent.
It is Drew. Kaya Mundi was shot by troopers on Migeto, overwhelmed by blaster fire. Ayla Sakura, she's shot in the back by her own clone troopers in Revenge of the Sith.
Plo Koon is piloting a fighter on Canto Nemoidia when the clone troopers following his lead received their deadly instructions from Darth Sidious, and then they dropped back and destroyed Kloon's ship.
Boom, 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 boom.
You know, there's a whole group of people on the internet that Plo Koon is their favorite fucking Jedi.
Yeah, I believe it.
And I just want to know what about
They just love the dude.
What about the droid invasion on the Wookiee?
What about the droid invasion on the Wookiees?
I don't know.
You really should think about that.
I think so. Stas Ali's death scene is featured in Revenge of the Sith climax. She's the Jedi riding the speeder bike on the planet Saluchimi. Nope.
Okay.
Salachami.
Salakami.
Fair enough. Alongside several clone troopers who swiftly drop back after receiving their orders and shooting her speeder, sending her crashing into a tree.
Yeah, that was pretty aggressive, dude. That was
Definitely.
pretty aggressive. They backed up and they were boom.
Right.
Pretty aggressive stuff.
And this part's where I start getting emotional.
Yeah. Depa Balaba and her apprentice, young Caleb Dune, are in the outer room with their clone trooper allies when Order 66 commences, but the duo manage to fight back. Ultimately, the numbers prove overwhelming, forces Balaba to sacrifice herself to save her Padawan. That Padawan was Caleb Dune, like I earlier said, later known as Kanan Jarrus, who would go on to become a major character in Star Wars Rebels and train Ezra Bridger, the homie.
Which, to be perfectly honest, after getting all the way through Clone Wars and then watching Rebels is by far my favorite.
Rebels is awesome. Rebels is my favorite too.
I think of all the Star Wars content that's not in the movies.
Rebels.
Yeah,
dude. It's awesome. It's so good.
Once you get to the end of it and the things that happen at the end of it happen, the overarching story arc that they built.
Yeah. Good
Chef's
stuff.
kiss.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you.
What happened?
What happened to the bottle opener? There it is. I can't get to my lighter.
Sindralic, I believe it's Beanie and Wee Merilix mastered. I'm not entirely sure who these people are.
Whoa.
Master Dralig is flanked by Beanie and Wee Merilix. Marilaro?
Yeah.
Marilaro?
Malro.
Okay.
Malro?
Malro. Two human Padawans who are also stationed on Coruscant. Beanie is a female and Malro is a younger male. All three characters are shown to be defeated by not being able to change the page. By Anakin in a hologram that Obi-Wan watches in horror.
I remember that. When he's stab.
Right.
He's fucking people up.
Yep.
That's basically what's
happening. And Obi-Wan becomes like seriously upset.
Yeah. He watching his young homie, his little brother, like mess some stuff up, dude. Kill some people he taught some lessons or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely. And then Shakti. What'd I say?
You said Tai.
Shakti. She's killed by Anakin during Yoda's Force vision.
It's true.
There's actually two different versions of her death.
Yeah.
But the one of Yoda's Force vision, I guess, makes it canon that's the true way it happened.
Zet Jukas' death is seen by Bail Organa, which might have confirmed the true genocidal nature of Order 66 to the Alderaan leader and ensured his future loyalty to the Jedi.
Mm-hmm. That was another one that I just rewatched and I almost forgot was in one of the films. But that young Jedi Padawan coming out and just wiping out a couple of clones and dancing all around, and then ultimately,
you know who
going
that was?
Down. Mm.
That's George Lucas' son.
Oh, is it?
Yep. That his son's name is Jet Lucas.
Oh,
Zet Jukasa.
Nice. I like it.
We'll play on words there and stuff.
Mm-hmm,
All kinds of good jazz. What the? Is this still me then?
Yeah, that's another one.
Zor's Bandim and the younglings were cut down by former Jedi Anakin Skywalker, now dubbed Darth Vader. It's unknown how many future Jedi and current Jedi Anakin killed that day.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, when you think about it, like, because, I mean, we see him, like, approach the kids, but that's about all we see.
Yeah, he does some
But
horrific
he does,
shit.
yeah. From from what I've heard or read in some of the, you know, comics and stuff like that, he worked his way through the temple.
Yeah, to get to that spot.
Yeah.
He's a sick bastard.
Yeah. Like the kids were like the icing on the cake.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
They were like little candles on the cake and he just smothered them.
Yeah. It wasn't just the women.
Just put them out.
But the children too. Yeah. Yeah.
Shut up, you
little character by the name of Hulik, which I have no I don't know who the fuck it is. Let's just put it that way.
There you go.
His story is told through his niece's conversation with Luke Skywalker, which was revealed as a plot. Which was revealed in the plot that he was once saved by Anakin. Interesting that he would be later disbanded by Anakin. After being shot by his clones, Hulik managed to get his own self home, but he perished by the time he landed on Rhodia.
Oh, what a waste. What a fucking waste.
Yeah.
Jaro Tapal, the duo, are on board a Star Destroyer when Tapal senses impending betrayal from the clones on board. Similar to Depa Billaba and her Padawan, Tapal and Cal manage to cut through some of their opponents, but the more senior of the Jedi is eventually forced to protect his less experienced charge with his life.
That was a thing that kind of kicked me in the knackers because I have not played through that part of Fallen Order yet.
That got ruined for you.
So I'm like watching it going, this is Fallen Order. Why is he so young? Oh, shit. It was, I mean, it's cool. I'm looking forward to when I get to that part of the game.
Right.
So, I mean, it didn't ruin it for me.
It's still good to watch.
Yeah.
When you're enthralled in the game, it's still fun to watch.
Chiata and Morsef are a pair on board of a Star Destroyer, but crash landed after a dogfight with Separatists. Shortly after landing on the planet Zepho, Order 66 was executed, and Chetta's troops engaged her and Mesef in a battle.
Damn, that's fucked up.
You know, once again, I don't know much about that. I think it has something to do with the game because of Zepho. Zepho's in the game.
That's fucked up, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm
Um,
allowed to say that.
you are.
That's cool.
There were a few Jedi who survived. Do we want to talk about that?
Let's talk about a few of them, like the most obvious, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda.
Yep. Ahsoka Tano, Kanan Jarrus.
Quinlan Voss and Jocasta Nu. But I think in the comics, doesn't she get fucking killed by Vader?
Yes. She ends up because she's like the keeper of
all the
the
shit.
archives.
Of the archives of all the shit.
And she essentially escapes with the intact Jedi archives, and she's hiding them away on some planet, and Vader tracks her down, fucking murks her.
Yeah, he does.
But I think she even gets a copy of the archives to one of her students who gets away.
Yeah.
So I think the Jedi archives survive.
Well, some of the stuff does. The list of all the kids, I think, survives.
Mhm.
What she had,
Mhm.
if I remember correctly.
I don't know what the Inquisitorius
The
is.
Inquisitors.
Oh, okay.
They were fallen Jedi anyways.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they
Yep.
were fallen Jedi.
So they had to be Jedis to fall in the first place.
Yeah.
And Kakruok?
He was from the infamous issue number 3 from the Darth Vader series.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Yes.
Oh, I remember that issue. You were upset.
Yeah. Well, I eventually was gifted it. So it was pretty sweet.
So we were getting this comic book run.
The first series of Darth Vader.
The first Darth Vader series when they started making
Darth Vader again.
comics again. And we all got them 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, all the way through. But for some reason, issue 3 didn't make it into Brady's pull list at the comic book shop.
It was before I knew I could have a pull list.
Oh, is that what it was?
It was before, so I had to get it when I was going, and for whatever reason, I
You
didn't
missed
pick it up
3.
when we went there.
Okay. So then this this one comic book, out of like a 24 comic book
25. Yeah.
25 books. This one comic book is worth more than all of the other comic books in that entire run.
Right.
So the one comic book
it introduces a new Jedi and a new character that's never been in the comic book lore.
And so Brady couldn't get his fucking hands on this book for anything less than $20.
Yeah, because I wanted the first run of it.
Right.
I didn't want a second run.
You didn't want a second print.
I had the first run of all of them.
So I think it was his birthday or Christmas or something. I had been doing some digging and I found somebody that had one for a reasonable price, and I positioned myself in such a way that Brady got it for his birthday.
And I appreciate that, buddy, because I still have that comic. I don't get rid of my comics.
Yeah. Well, I think I ended up selling that whole run.
I know you did. I didn't.
And I think I got enough money from selling mine that it made up for yours.
Good. I'm happy for you.
It all worked out. We don't bring that up very often, but me and Brady are avid supporters of our local comic book shop.
Yes, absolutely.
And we both feel like it's super important that you support small business in your town.
Absolutely.
And so one of the things that we're excited about going to ScarifCon next month,
yes,
is we will be there to support a small business,
yes,
in Chicagoland.
Yep.
That's hosting this comic book show, and that is Alley Cats Comics in Chicago. So if you're anywhere near Chicago, make the pilgrimage into town and support that comic book shop.
Hell yeah.
Just like we support Nostalgia Inc. and Nostalgia Inc. supports us back.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get that from DC. Like
Chantel says Miami sucks. I don't think we have comic books down here.
What?
That's awful.
That's wrong.
That's not good.
That's wrong.
Yeah, I like your emoji. It's on point.
Yeah. I really feel bad about that. I think that there should be comic book shops in every town.
There should be.
But I know that it's not, there's some places where
it just doesn't.
There's just no comic.
It doesn't float. It can't stay above ground.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So there you go too. If you are in a place where there isn't a comic book shop, you need to find other nerds like you and band together and demand that from your community.
Hell yeah.
Someone will rise to the challenge and open a comic book shop.
I hope so.
Definitely. So support your local businesses, especially comic book shops.
Hell yeah. We support ours. I got a pull list for like every Star Wars comic that comes out. I got a pull list. I'm like, when it comes out, I don't think I do the Star Wars Adventures. I got the first three. I think I got the first three when they first came out, and then I was like, stop.
Yeah. Well, that makes me feel bad because I haven't read them yet, and I have. I tried reading them. They're for younger kids. Yeah. Well, that's great because I know some younger kids that need comic books, and I will just be like, here, I got this for you.
Here you go. Yes, there you go.
Yeah. That's how you make future geeks.
That's the way to do it.
It's like planting a geek seed in a child.
A geek seed. Hey, little dork.
Here
you go.
Let me plant my geek seed in you. Don't tell nobody.
Shh. You didn't get these from me.
That was really wrong.
That was awful.
It was awful.
You guys want some candy?
Here's some comic books.
Oh, we're the worst.
Everybody make sure that you like this video. Hit us with a 5-star review anywhere that you find this. Do we have any reviews?
I don't think so. But like my buddy here was saying, if you put a 5-star, if you do any star review for that matter, I will read it live online. Nope. Where are the reviews? Nope, we don't have. Rural Farm Boy was the last one to give us an iTunes
and we talked
review.
About that last show?
We did that last show. So, Chantel, if you'd like to give us a review, you can give us an iTunes review.
Yeah.
I don't know if iTunes is your
She'll
way
give
of
us
going.
the 2 fingers up review as well.
Or you can leave us a review. We've decided you can leave us a review on our Facebook page, The Escape Pod, ATSW, The Escape Pod. Leave us a review there. Let us know it's a review, and we'll read it live online.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're opening it up. we're doing it to inflate our egos.
Yeah. Even if it's on Twitter, we have a lot of people that follow us through Twitter, but then they don't show up, in YouTube.
What's up, Hector?
Whatever. Hit us up on Twitter and, add us on Twitter and we'll read that too.
Yeah, hell yeah, we will.
Good to see you, Hector. Anyway, like reviewing the show anywhere that you're going to go ahead and do that helps people find the show. And the best way to spread the love on a show like this is word of mouth. Tell people tell them all about it, tell them where to find it. And, it's great. But these things just don't grow on their own.
No, they don't. We really appreciate you sharing it.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
if you can get us out there, like it was great having Chantel on board tonight. It was great having her in the chat. We continue to want to grow, and we're always going to engage with those new people, and we're not going to forget the old people. We're going to continue to engage with everybody we can as long as we possibly can.
Yep. And like Lunar Girl asked us if we minded her sharing stuff earlier. If we put it out on social media, it's shareable.
Chantel says she's the Twitter queen.
She's the Twitter. She is ruling Twitter right now. I've seen it in person.
Nice.
Make sure that you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We saw a huge bump this last week in what was going on the podcast platforms. So the people that are out there, getting us that way, man, thanks.
We appreciate it.
Definitely.
We
Brady,
greatly appreciate it.
Can you tell these folks where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o 0 capital BIG _ capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o. And once again, that's on Instagram and Twitter. Don, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
You're going to be able to find me at Jetfire1979 on Twitter, and I'm DellaSnooch on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
You can find us and other great podcasts on the Red 5 Network at red5network.com.
Hell yeah, you can. And there's a lot of great shows there.
Fantastic stuff out there.
Always something to feed in your ear holes.
Yeah, and to the point where I have like 20 shows that I'm behind on. Like I gotta put in some serious potting.
It's tough. I've stuck to a couple. I got to keep going with them. I just like the host. I like what they say and do, but it's tough to keep up with them, man. Like there's a huge library, and that's fantastic.
Yep.
I'm glad to be a part of that network.
Yeah, it's a fantastic network.
It's good stuff. So thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you.
And go blue.
Go blue.
Oh my God, I got to piss. Yeah. And now I got these headphones in my ear.
Yeah, that's a whole nother step, buddy.
It's another level.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.